Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Janet Cresson. A little bit later in the show, we'll meet some unique brew pubs, but right now we're meeting with some folks from Too Tall Distilling, where they specialize in craft gin, whiskey, vodka, and liqueurs. Joining me, I have Amy Hansen. She's one of 4 owners for Too Tall Distilling. And brand development, we have Chris Staples. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so let's start at the beginning. This is sort of a new-ish distillery. How did Too Tall get started?
Well, it was actually Nick and Dave, 2 engineers that met at UW 15, 20 years ago, and decided that they wanted to use science and make a distillery that was focused on science and not just on, well, it just is that way because it is.
And so speak a little bit more about how engineering can fit with distilling.
Well, Chris, you're actually a better answer for that.
Engineering is an applied science, and really there's no more elevated applied science than distilling, of course. We all know that. That said, what engineering really allows us to do is focus on process and new and better ways to do things that have long been taken for granted. Ultimately, our goal is to sort of demystify distilling, make that process available to the public, and converse with people about how these magical products occur.
The magic that these products occur, it's not just magic, it's science and efficiency too. When I think of engineers, I think of them wanting to be very efficient and eliminate some of the extra stuff. But one of the goals that you also had in this distillery is to be approachable.
Yes, very much so.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so like we were saying, with distilling, it can tend to be kind of a off-putting or maybe scary setting to be in, or also a lot more masculine or male-oriented. And we want people to be able to come in our distillery and not know anything about distilling, and to be comfortable and come in and ask questions. How does this work? How do you do this? And we can answer, I think, in a very comfortable and fun way.
That sounds nice. Let's talk about some of the products. You brought in a few here, and you have many more, I'm sure.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your products.
So our London Dry Gin that we have, we focus a little bit more on making it citrusy rather than super juniper-y. Some people don't like that pine needle taste that's so forward. Makes a really nice London Dry Gin for martinis or even a gin and tonic. The other special thing that we do is we have our barrel gin, and we take that London Dry Gin and barrel age it in new American oak barrels for 60 to 70 days. Gets a really nice caramel color. You get kind of those flavors, and makes a great gin and tonic. Go ahead.
I was going to say that of the barrel gin, one of the really neat things is that with the juniper pulled back just a little bit, some of those floral notes come around the edges, and that barrel aging really rounds things off a little bit. So it plays a lot like a brown spirit would. So you can use it as you would a gin, but you can also look at it as something sort of on the floral and light end of almost sort of a whiskey family, where you can mix it in those kinds of settings. Really flexible and playful product.
Like an old-fashioned. Mm-hmm. In fact, when we make old-fashions at our house, well, and the distillery, we put the barrel gin in it, and it works really well.
Well, we are in Wisconsin after all.
Yes.
Indeed, you got to rock the old-fashioned.
How about this coffee liqueur that you have?
So the coffee liqueur is really unique. It only has 4 ingredients in it. One of the things we do is we hot French press the coffee right at our distillery, which a lot of places don't necessarily do that. We add vodka, honey, and sorghum syrup to sweeten it, and that's it.
And that's it.
And we use local products for those as well.
Of course, we love that, yeah. And I'm thinking ahead to Christmas, and these might be nice gifts or even a hostess gift as you go to a party or whatever. Where can folks find Too Tall products?
Well, they can find it in our retail space. We're in Sun Prairie. That's where our tasting room is. You can also find it in other grocery stores and
Woodman's, Total Wines, and a number of other independent retailers, bars, and restaurants throughout the area.
No, I think I saw something on your webpage where you could see locations where they were sold. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so someone can just go there as a quick answer to see. We have just a little time left. Can we talk about how you came up with the name Too Tall?
Sure. So Dave and Nick are both 6'4", and they're 2 tall guys. I guess that's how it started. And then the other owner, Steph, and I'm the short one. I'm 6 feet, and Steph is 6'4". So it was 2 tall guys with 2 tall wives. We both have 2 daughters. They're very tall. 2 tall daughters, 2 tall families. It just kind of played off of everything. And then Chris comes in.
Yeah, they had to bring me in because I am not only the widest but the shortest. So I'm now the
I don't have to
Not
say that I'm
that
short
guy.
anymore.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fun, and you can even see it in the logo. Very
Yeah.
cute. Well, it was nice to meet you folks. Thank you so much. Too Tall Distilling, they're in Sun Prairie. They do have a tasting room, too. All right,
for having
we'll be right back after this.